everybody, and welcome to the first ever Motley Experience podcast. Now, I know I promised everyone that today would be my first live show on WRSU FM 88.7 New Brunswick. However, I misread the schedule. I apologize. It's actually next Monday. That's when the new fall schedule starts for this semester. So just first, I'd like to introduce myself and this new show. My name is Aristides Marousas, Ari for short, easier. I'm a sophomore at Rutgers, business major, probably minor in economics. This show, the Motley Experience, it has nothing to do with the Motley Crew. Just putting that out there. I've had some people think it's a cover band, and a bunch of other people think it has something to do with the band. It does not. Motley, I chose that because it has a nice ring to it, and it stands for variety, and that's what this show is. It's a bit of a variety show. I do a little bit of weather, a little bit of the economics, politics, some stuff for fun, and I don't just play one kind of music. Yes, I do play some music, and it's not going to be just pop or just kind of stuff that you'd hear on other more mainstream radio shows. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Some metal, maybe even some dubstep, throw that in there. Anyways, let's kick this off right now. I just wanted to get some of this news out because I did take time writing all this down, and I didn't want it to all go to waste because, as you know, a week's a pretty long period of time when it comes to current events, so I want to keep it current. Let's start off with the weather. Tropical Storm Lee right now on the Gulf Coast. As I said, it's a tropical storm, so, not too much damage, I hope, down there. Also, there's a Category 2 hurricane. Katie, I'm not exactly sure how you'd pronounce this. It's off in the Atlantic, however, and it does not appear that it will make landfall at any time during its lifespan. However, I guess you could say we probably get higher than normal tides, something like that, nothing too serious. A 7.1 earthquake was off the southeast coast of Alaska. Its epicenter of Fox Island in the Aleutians. There was actually a brief tsunami warning for the west coast, and but not too much damage, I hope anyways, was caused. It's in the Aleutians. It's small fishing communities there. For those who watch Deadliest Catch, it was in that area. Aftermath of Irene. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's safe. I know there's a lot of property damage done, but I'm sure we'll all get through it. Obama actually visited New Jersey, Patterson and Wayne, where some of the worst flooding was felt. And after some calculations, it's been estimated that Irene inflicted about $1 billion in wind damage alone from North Carolina to New England, and total expected losses are as high as $6 billion. Now, the problem with this, aside from the obvious, that's a hell of a lot of damage done, is that this could exhaust the $800 million left in the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Disaster Relief Fund. So there are some conservative Republicans who have called for spending cuts to offset any more spending from the emergency funds. So we'll see how that plays out. Okay, and I'm going to take a quick break, play a song, and then we will come back. Now that we're talking about money, we'll come back with the economy. The mind of some of my equal. I want the world to stop. I want the world to stop. Give me the
mistletoe to create a adorable city by the docks. The girls are walking, moving near the sunlight glow. The girls don't care as they paint themselves at dusk. I want the world to stop. Give me the morning, the afternoon, the night, the night. Towns and cities, population up and growth. The workers move to the suburbs. In between I watch and go. I run alongside rush hour traffic, a prayer for every car.
Okay, everybody, I'm back. That was I Want the World to Stop by Belle and Sebastian from their album Right About Love. It's an indie rock band. And now we'll go right into the economy. Some depressing news here, but it's the times we're living in, people. It's the times we're living in. In August, there was no increase in the number of jobs in the U.S. Apparently, the economy has stalled, and any inaction by policymakers brings very substantial risks with it. The current unemployment rate right now is actually 9.1%. Republicans argue that the lack of job growth and stalled economy are proof that Obama's policies, who they have dubbed President Zero, are not working. Obama is stressing the need for infrastructure by asking Congress to pass a bill extending funding for projects, saying failure to do so would put at least 4,000 workers out of work. Obama also stated that delaying the funding, which expires this month, could cause $1 billion in economic damage within 10 days. So it is important to note that we are not in a recession right now, although there is a possibility for a double dip, which means that we do go back to a recession. The economy isn't doing so well, and we just go straight back in, and we have to deal with the same stuff as we dealt with in the past couple of years. A lack of job growth, high unemployment, weak housing market. There's a long way to go before we reach prosperity, as we did in the 90s. Balancing the budget should not be the main goal right now. Fiscal austerity is killing Europe's recovery, and it would most likely do the same to us. Focusing on short-term deficits is a mistake. So basically what I'm trying to say is, for all those politicians out there who think that balancing the budget should be our #1 priority, no, it should not be. You cannot balance a budget when you are this far in the hole. It's ridiculous. You can't take money from people who aren't making the money themselves to give it to you. Anyways, inflation right now is way too low. What the Federal Reserve needs to do is to try to boost inflation, which will in turn lead to higher wages and thus more spending. This will help lift us out of the current economic hole we are in, or at least it will be part of what helps. But anything is better than what's going on right now. Now, when it comes to criticism to Obama, I'm not a very big critic. I think that what he does need to do is he needs to stop trying to please both Republicans and Democrats. He needs to do what he thinks is best for the country, for the economy, and he needs to push forward with that. You can't keep trying to get everyone on the same page. He's the president. He's not peacemaker over here for the Republicans and Democrats. He should do what he thinks is best. That's my opinion. You can't blame everything on Obama. He came in during a very problematic time and is trying to do his best. Any person who is elected in that kind of situation would have the same disapproval as Obama does. It's not because he's a Democrat. It has to do nothing with any of his politics except that he is in a very bad situation. He is trying to do his best. I'm pretty sure a Republican wouldn't do any better. It's basically what I'm trying to get across right here. And don't get me started on Tea Party. But again, that's just my opinion. You're welcome to your own. And I'll get to it a bit later, but I do have a Facebook page. I have a Twitter. So at any time, Twitter is at Motley Experience. Not EX, just capital X Experience. You can find it on my Facebook page. Just search the Motley Experience. And post any opinions you have. And I'll get to more of that later. But if you disagree with me, that's fine. Just post it, and maybe we can get some kind of discussion going at some point. So that's something I'd really like to do. Anyway, as I was saying, you can't blame everything on Obama. He came in during a very problematic time, and he's trying to do his best, except Congress keeps getting in his way. Everyone puts the blame on the president, and very few people actually put Congress in the spotlight. And I feel that's where the problem lies right now. You need to try to get stuff done much faster. And we'll go straight into world news right after the next song.